Welcome back, class. I'm at your guide here on White Caliber. This is Dragon Age Inquisition's Trespasser DLC, and we are trying to find... Is this the one we found at the crossroads? We're trying to find some treasures. Alright, well, did we perhaps already find this one? Looks like it might be. Yeah, it looks that way. Well, anyway, we're still trying to find the other bits of the map here. So let's keep looking around, seeing what we can find in this whole area, this whole deal. Did I not come in here before? It looks like I did not. So where does this take us? Hey! The first Grand Enchanter, Lothar Harduin. Looks like there's something special in this room. Another expensive dog treat. Don't mind if I do. And there's perhaps something out this way, but that leads nowhere. So also perhaps not. What else might we find? Alright, well I'm going to keep looking and see if I can find the rest of this treasure map. And perhaps you can join me again when I do. Got this note by our spy person. They're claiming that the nobles were fighting, and that's what's given them, that's what's brought the blood around. Special shipments. Staff of Aiden. Okay, that's a bunch of stuff. What? This doesn't seem particularly useful to me. The bone. Sword of Charis allied. Yeah, so this is clearly stuff that would have been useful like at the beginning of the game or something. I feel like that's perhaps not the most useful stuff here. I mean, that's cool looking and all. Shokratar. That's the Arashok's armor. Antamshar. Oh, it's neat that it showed up. I guess that's for something. Something not particularly useful to us, so let's just drop this stuff off here. The bone. Okay. Alright, so we're still investigating here, and I think I have a bit of an idea as to where we should go next. Maybe we skipped over that first step somehow. Alright, Blackwall, what are you up to?
What is it like being a warden now? Things are in upheaval. There have been heated arguments about the future of the Order. I wouldn't be surprised if we tore ourselves apart.
You know who could help with that? The Warden Commander. I wonder how she's doing, also being the High Queen of Ferelden.
What do you think's going to happen at the Exalted Council?
Who disappeared.
Maker, I have no idea. Politics always makes my head spin. The Inquisition shouldn't have to give in whenever some prissy noble gets their knickers wedged somewhere.
Yeah, I know what's it up.
It's nice to have everyone back in the same place again. I have to admit I missed it. What does it mean when we need a huge diplomatic talk or the world ending just to bring us together?
Busy
I got a
folk.
chance to have a few drinks with Sarah. Miss that girl. It's still a little awkward talking to Cassandra, but the commander appears to have forgiven me. Finally. Until later. Take care.
I'm glad you were forgiven. Oh? What's going on here? Oh, find the Harlequin. Alright. Well. Good to know, good to know.
She killed the girl to save herself. She thinks about the eyes going black. A weapon is an order, not a gift.
Alright, thanks.
Hello, and shh. I'm trying to figure out why everyone is acting so weird. I mean, besides because Canary assassins and everything. You see it, right? There's something going with the elf servants. Makes sense after that ruin, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a couple years. How's everything sitting with you?
It's weird meeting back up and seeing everyone get their grey. First time I've been anywhere long enough to get fond of things. Liliana's friendly when she wants to be. My people sometimes do things for her, like I do for you. All
That's
that blood
nice.
and thunder just so everyone can live well an hour once around. Good lesson, I suppose, if there had to be one.
When you start going on about elves, it's hard to tell if it's about them or you.
Yes, you're ever so clever. Arse. Point is, the servants have no complaints. No asking for a Jenny. They serve this lot,
That
but
painting.
don't want them done for anything.
So, the nobles are nice and the servants are happy?
Two things that have never been true. Mark that I said it. We're fighting Canary, but something else is on the up.
Yeah, and there's that servant that's missing.
I suppose you've a lot to say about that elven ruin. About the creators.
They're not even demons, just big magey knobs punching down. And yes, the shits who use them to make me feel broken can still eat it. But always waiting for that fight is way too much work. It's like doing half the hurt for them. Maybe we're old now, but I'm tired of it. We've new fights to look forward to. We always do, seems like.
We'll talk later.
Count on seeing you, yeah?
You know it. Anything new here? Dorian leaving again. Didn't cry. That's what he wants. Not my hurt to keep. Hey, Bill.
Wish I hadn't burned all my contacts with the Ben Hastrath. Be nice to have some idea what they're doing right now.
You know it.
Yeah, but then you'd be on their side, Chief.
Yes, but I'd know things. I like knowing things.
You drink and you know things.
The Chargers have been with the Inquisition for a while now. Is everyone still happy?
No complaints, Your Worship. The Inquisition's been good to us. We'd disband and join the Inquisition officially, but the Chief gets this sad dog look when we suggest it.
The
Oh,
loyalty is touching, Krem. So, Bull, we've been together a few years now. You ever think of going...
this will be misunderstood.
I don't see how we can top that night we did it with you hanging from the chandelier. That's not really what I... You're my Kadan. That's a choice I make every day. I don't need to be bound to it.
But if you like the binding, then when this is over, we'll make it official. However you like.
That's sweet.
I'll talk to you later. Anytime, boss.
You don't need to call me boss. Alright. Why does my health only have 2 bars here? Who else do we need to speak to? Josie, I guess. Cass. Cullen. What's her face? Well, let's go see what Josephine's up to. What does she do when we're not around? I mean, really, how could she do anything?
I do hope you recovered from your night at the opera. Any ear-ringing should go away in a day or two.
So, our next step, Vivienne, that's her name. That's the person of whom I spoke. And where's this go? Harden Hightown. Does this lead us to the Alluvion? Yes, it does. Good to know, good to know. That'll make it easier for us to get there in future. And also explains why there's all these people.
Quite the party, wasn't it? I hear it left the Orlesians and Fereldans completely aghast. Andraste's herald, the Inquisitor, toasting a Tevinter Magister. Not a bad scandal to leave on.
What is this ambassadorship about, exactly?
I believe my father set it up, but the Imperium certainly didn't object. They'd love for the Inquisition to fall apart, so they're happy if it seems they consider this council a waste of time.
Oh.
That makes no sense.
No? If Dread Tevinter actually pushed for the Inquisition's end, everyone else would disagree on principle.
That's fair.
So they send a nobody pariah and hope for the best. Makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, I guess so.
What did you do in Tevinter while you were away?
I went home. Twice. Father was only there once. Mother was drunk both times. I also went to Carinus to see my good friend Maevaris. Then I settled some of Alexis's affairs. That wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Any thoughts about the Exalted Council?
A few. Divine Victoria needs a new tailor for one.
I know.
Paintings of Liliana in that enormous robe. You'd think she was pregnant. Could cause a delicious scandal. As for this whole Exalted Council business, well, I warned you once that no one would thank you for saving the world. Sadly, I'm always right.
I know,
So long
it's
as
tough.
the Inquisition's around to remind them they're not really in charge, they'll never sleep comfortably. Whether they have the guts to take action, I suppose we'll see.
Another time.
I look forward to it. I can't believe it's been so long.
Around 2 years.
That's it? 2 years? Sweet merciful maker, it felt like 10.
Is Cullen still over here with his puppy? Yes, he is. Let's give him another treat.
Was there something you needed?
Have you had a chance to speak with Liliana? Away from work, I mean.
Some, yes. Liliana has kept in contact, unofficially of course, but it's good to see her again. Arguing with her in person is far more satisfying.
Oh.
Do you remember the first time we came to the Winter Palace?
All too well. I've already answered a half-dozen questions about my personal life. The reason we're here is because we made a difference. That's worth enduring the political small talk.
Is there anything I should know?
We were permitted soldiers here, but our every move is watched. Some things never change.
Is there any news from Ferelden? How's your family?
My sister Mia keeps me informed. As I understand, she's training my nephew to best me at chess.
I sense a threat to my commander's chess superiority. I'm sure the defeat will be distressing.
He's 4. At least pretend I'd throw the game.
I can pretend.
I should go.
Inquisitor?
Commander.
And you?
Vivian's still here?
I can't believe this.
Oh, yes.
Darling, what can I do for you?
I wanted your opinion of how Divine Victoria is working out.
Leliana's tenure has been even more disastrous than I imagined.
That's nice.
How are things for the Circle of Magi?
If you call it the Circle while they're in earshot, you'll never hear the end of it, my dear.
What do they go by now?
Enchanters is a ridiculous mess, but it's still a useful institution for training mages.
We'll talk another time.
Okay, what's this then? Must be upstairs. And this would also be upstairs. Oh, no, there's a note here. Quennel. People are enjoying their baths. That's good. Alright, so my theory is that the next one is up there. So let's go see if my theory bears out. Yeah, I mean, that looks like it, exactly, so... but for serious, where is that thing? It's neither up here nor down there. Okay, so there's something that'll be around here, I suppose. Ah. There you are. That's simple enough,
What did they need?
I think.
All's well, it seems. Same old.
Same old, same old. I know it's not this way, I'm just coming this way in case there's something I've missed. Up here, for example. No, it doesn't appear to be. Alright, let's hustle back over. I'm gonna guess it's up there by that tree they just mentioned to us. So we'll just hustle that way. Have I missed chatting with anybody? I don't think that I have. Yeah, that looks right. Excuse me, sir. It's up there by that tree. Yep, it has now appeared because we have found it. Acquired schematics, Encore. Alright. Well, let's go look at what that schematic is. I guess that's the end of the treasure hunt. A top hat. So Encore is a staff. A tier 3 one, so not that great. But I looked it up and apparently you can sing songs with it, which is pretty cool. I unfortunately do not want to spend my good materials making an inferior weapon, but if you want one of those, that's what you're going to get out of it. So I think from this point we're going to head to the crossroads and continue our mission from there.